Our factory that we see is over 60 years old, and it's quite a unique. The manufacturing process and the equipment to produce the product is exceptionally unique. Is one of the key areas why our product is successful.
Weathertex is made from a range of eucalypt species hardwoods to give our board the properties that it has. We source our timber mainly from state forests in a PEFC certification scheme. We maintain that chain of custody and traceability of our timber from the forest right through into our process. And we get a lot of interest in how Weathertex is made.
So there's just two ingredients in Weathertex. You've got our native hardwood timber and a small addition of paraffin wax, just to give our product better weatherability and stand up to the exterior conditions in Australia. So these are the mason guns, and it's what really makes Weathertex a unique process. These guns, installed in 1939, take our raw chip and eject high pressure steam at 1000 psi. So after the gun process, we're left with quite a coarse fibre. And what we would need to do is grind that down using our refining process. After the refining process, a slurry of fibre and water flows up onto the board forming machine. At the pressing end of production, we have the wet lap being delivered to each opening in the press. In this cycle, you get a large mechanical squeeze to get as much water out of the board as possible. The press then sits and cooks for another 20 minutes or so, and that process is what liquefies the lignins in the natural timber. Now, the Weathertex process doesn't use any binders or resins or glues. What we rely on is the natural lignin present in the timber, and that in the hot press flows through all of the particles in the board. And at the end of the pressing process, that heat chemically sets the lignin and rebuilds the board back into its original state, just like a tree is held together. Once humidified, the backs of the boards are planed with a helical planer here, which brings our products down to their nominal 9.5 thickness. The full sheets are stripped down into planks, which then run through a set of moulders to give out various different profiles. A water-based primer is then applied to the board using a vacuum box process. The wet primer is then cured